Good evening. In previous session, we have seen the concept of modules. In that, we have seen two inbuilt modules. Those are one is math and second one is random module we have seen, and we have seen some of the functions of those modules. So yesterday we have seen some examples about choice, randint, uniform, rand range, and also random functions from the random module. So today let us take one example of the function which we have used yesterday in that random. So my program is I want to generate a password. I want to generate a password of length 6 of length 6 where it should contain what? First element or first digit. 1 minute. Okay. First digit and next third digit and fifth digit or fifth character should be characters. Okay. And remaining, that is what, second, fourth and sixth should be numbers. So this is the program I am going to write now. Now observe carefully, it will not take heavy so many lines. Just I am going to write this program within one line only. So what is the thing here I have to use? I have to generate a random integers. See here numbers are nothing but integers. So 2, 4, 6. Next here what? 3 characters has to be generated. So already we know there is no concept of characters in our Python. So already for a characters internally Unicode is there. So I know the values of characters, that is capital letters I am going to take. Capital A means, okay, please wait for a minute. So if you are going to consider characters, so capital A means what? 65. Small a means 97. So now I want to take only capital letters in my password, so that I am going to take 65 as my value. That means starting is what? 65. 65 indicates what? A. And next 66, 67 and so on, I am going to have my values up to Z I want to take. So if you plus 25 to this one, we are going to get the value of Z. That is nothing but 65 plus 25. It is going to give me Z value. Already we have seen some examples how to write, or otherwise how to see the Unicode of the characters we have seen. So just let us see about that one. ORD of Z. For example, I am going to write ORD of Z. I am going to write, that is capital Z. So I'm going to get value as what? 90. Next, ORD of, I want to find the Unicode of this A. It is nothing but what? 65. So that now my concept is what? I want to generate a 6-digit password, or a password that contains 6 different 6 length, which contains 3 digits and 3 characters. So that is my concept. So what I have to do here? So first for character, what I'm going to do? Rand int. I'm going to take rand int here of for first character. So 135 should be what? 135 should be, here I have taken something that 135 should be characters. Okay. So should be characters. And next remaining are what? 2, 4, 6 should be digits. So some random digits. Now observe the case here. I am going to take first one is what? Character. So I am going to write rand int of, I want to generate some numbers that are from 65 to 90. So in between it is going to generate one random number. So I want to convert it to what? Character. So among these, that is from 65 to 90, it is going to take any one of the random number. So it is going to be converted into CHR. That means it is going to convert into character, and it is going to generate. For example, it has generated some G, for example. Okay. Next again for second character, what I have to take? Oh, is second one is a character? No, it is a digit. So I will not take this one. Just I will take what? Rand int of what I have to take? I have to take some numbers from 0 to 9, for example. So I will take 10 here. Okay, rand int of 10. So it's going to generate what? Any one number. Let us take 9. And next I'm going to use same statement. So you are going to get some random character. Let us take k. 6 times I will write the same type of rand int here. So that we are going to get what? Random digits. Sorry, random passwords which contains 6 of length 6. Okay, where it is going to have first 1, 3, 5 are characters and remaining 2, 4, 6 are digits. So now let us write this program. Okay, observe this. Now first I want to generate 10 random numbers. That is what? 10 random passwords I want to generate. So where each and every password should be in the length of 6 and 1, 3, 5 position should be characters and 2, 4, 6 should be numbers. So I have to import what? From random I want to import all. Just I will write all here. That is what? Star. Right now I want to print. First I will print only one. Print of I am going to write. First digit should be what? 1. Sorry, first digit should be what? Character. So that I am going to write rand int of I want to generate a random integer which is in between 65 and 90. Why it is in between 16 and 65 and 90? Reason is I want only the capital letters. If you want small letters also, then we have the range can be changed here. Next one. So this is for what? First digit. So here I will convert this one into what? It is going to generate random number. I am going to convert it into character. So it's going to give me a character. Next, I want to take, this is one, and next I want to take what? Random integer now. Rand int of. I want to take only the numbers between 0 to 9, for example. So just I will take 10 here. So I will just copy paste the things same. Okay. Right. 6 are completed here. So just if I execute this one, let us see what will be the output of this program. Okay. Right. Now see here we are going to get what? We are going to get 1 minute. Somewhere syntax error is there. From random. I have written for, sorry. From random. So here one argument is missing for rand int. Okay. Generally random integer is what? I have to take two things. So two parameters should be 2. One more missing once again. Let us see here. Rand int missing one. Oh, same here. I have copy paste here so that 0 comma I am going to write. So as here, observe one thing here. Both 0 and second argument is also inclusive, so that I will take only up to 0 to 9 only. Okay. Here I will take 0 to 9. 0 comma 9. So now see, I got what? Random value. Some first character, first is what? Character. Second is what? Number. Third is character. Fourth is number. And next one is character. Next one is number. So in between there is a space. So that what can I do for that space? I can keep a separator. Just I will keep separator equal to, okay, right. Closing parenthesis does not match. 1 minute. Okay. Right. Now observe, there is no space in between the digits or characters. Now I want to generate 10 random passwords. Just I will keep what? For I in range of, I will take 11 up to 11. So I'm going to get what? 10 passwords. Okay, see here. In this way, we can generate a random password of length 6, which contains 135 is what? Characters or alphabets, we can say, and next 246 are digits. So in yesterday's session, we have seen about how to generate a OTP, the 6-digit OTP. Let us see once again here. So what is meant by an OTP? Already we know. Generally, whenever we are going to do some transactions in our with our bank account or with our credit card, we are going to get that OTP. So just we are having only one line of code to generate that OTP. Just I want to generate 10 OTPs. Okay, which of length 6 each. So for I in range of same thing I will take. So first thing you have to observe is what? I want to generate 6-digit PIN, 6-digit OTP. 6-digit means what? Let us consider 3, 4, 8, 2, 1 and 0. So this is the PIN this is the OTP I want to generate, for example. So first one is what? Int. Second is one is what? Int. Third one int. Fourth one int. Fifth one int. And sixth one also int. So if I generate once again the OTP, will it gives me the same value? No. That means OTP is not fixed generally. So it may give you what here 4, 6, 2, 3, 1, 8. It may give this password, this type of OTP next time. That means what? Randomly, the first value is going to be changed, second value is going to be changed, and so on. Every value is going to be changed in the OTP if I generate more than once, for example. So this is random value. This is random value. Every individual number is a random value. For that, what I have to apply? Just I have to take print of. I will write just rand int of. This is for example I am going to take. It will not work. So it will not work means we will not get any error, but the 6-digit OTP may not be generated here. Let us take. You may think that here we are having taking from 0 to 999999. So here, if the number is, for example, 0 to 9999 is what? 00000, for example, to 99999. The meaning of this one is what? 0 to 99999. Okay, then it is going to give that one. So here what happens? Here it can give me 32 also, which is a 2-digit number, but I require what? 6-digit PIN. So if you want to take, we can take some other value like 1000. This is what 1 2 3 4 5 6 0 1 we can take. I can take this to here, up to here I can take, but let us see how to do it. So if I take this one, observe the case, what happens here. 1 minute. Here I have taken what? Rand int. So here I have commented this one, sorry. Right. Now see here, I am going to get what? Different values I got. Next time if I execute the same program. So see, last output is what? 3. Did I get 4-digit number here? No. So this is the not correct logic to generate the OTP, for example. So I will change this one to 10001, for example. Now I'm going to execute this program. So see here I may get, because it is going to generate random numbers. It will generate what? 6-digit number only. So here in this case I am going to get. See, observe, no problem. Every case I am going to get the output here. So we can also take not only this one, I can also take one more way, that is anyway each and every character in the OTP is going to be changed. It may be what? It may be 0 to 9, any number it may be. So just if I write the concept of here rand int of 0, 9, for example, if I write in this way, it's enough. We are going to get what? OTP. Okay, 3 4 5 and 6. So if I execute this one, what you can see, what you can observe here, we are getting spaces here. So here we are not having any spaces, because these are what? These are the values. This is the entire one value only. But here these are not entire one value. This is separate value, this is separate value, and so on. 6 different values are there here. But here this entire value is what? Only single value. So that here we are not going to get any spaces. Okay. So now how to remove the spaces here? Just we are having the separator. So just I am going to use what? Separator equal to empty. That means it will not use any separator. So observe this one. I am going to get what? Oh, some OTPs, 10 OTPs. So in this way also we can generate OTPs. If you want to develop a small application, okay, we can develop by using these type of functions. Okay. Anyway, this is about modules. Now let us go to the concept of packages. Okay. So just before going to package, once again I want to tell what is meant by module. So what is meant by a module? Module is a any Python file, any Python file which contains, which may contain, it may contain, it may contain, what is that? Functions, classes, and also any Python statement, and also any Python statement or statements. This is a module. So if you see any, if I want to say anything as a Python module, it should be what, like .py. So already we are having some inbuilt modules are there, and we can also create our own module. So we have seen inbuilt modules like math and random modules we have seen, and we have used the functions of this random math module. Okay. So what is our own? That means what is our own module we have used, which is our user defined module. That is, for example, I am going to take x.py is my own module. So here, for example, I am having one function fun is there. So if I want to use this function, here we are having some statements are there. I want to use this function from another module called as y.py. How I have to how I have to access? I have to import this file to my, I have to import this module to my file or to my module. Like what? Import, what I have to import? I have to import x. If I write import x, whenever if I want to call this function, how I have to call? X dot function. In this way I have to call. Otherwise we are having one more option, that from keyword we are having from which module you want to import? X. From x I want to import function, so that I will write in this way. Now what we can write? Directly I can write function. Okay. Otherwise, for example, now I want, there is many functions are there in my x module. I want to import all the functions. So what I can do? From x import all, to indicate that I am having a star. Okay. So now I can access any function of the x module. Okay. Right. Next we have seen about how to see the path. So in sys module we are having a path attribute, so that we can use sys.path. So we are going to get the paths. And next one, we have also observed the dir function, and we have also seen about underscore name special variable in our Python. And also we have seen some other underscore doc we have seen, and some other special variables we have seen what it is going to contain. Okay. So this is about modules concept in Python. So it is a very important concept whenever we are going to do the concept of projects. When you require, or when you are going to develop any project, there in that project multiple modules will be created. So there what happens, just I will take one small example. If you want to develop one project, so it may contain different modules. For example, it is having 10 modules. So here I am taking only 6. So these are the different modules I am going to have. So these are what I am going to develop one project. That means what? Here all these are interconnected things. All these are what? Interconnected. That means the some of the functions which are used in X may be used in Z. So here I have to write what? Some import, or from import I have to write. Okay. In the same way, here if I want to use any function of this Y, I have to use what? Import. In other case, let us consider here this is present in one folder or directory, and this is present in one more directory. So how to access the functions of A by X, for example? So just what we have to write from this is called as some Shiva directory. This is so from Shiva dot a I want to import all. That means what? All the functions and classes and Python statements which are available in A are available to X now. So it can access all the functions of this A. Now we are talking about the concept of these things. That is what? This is called as this. I have drawn in a square shape. This is called as a package. This is called as one package, and this is called as one more package. Inside a package, what you can see? Inside a package, you can see what? Group of modules. So all these modules are related to each other. So we can say a package as a what? A package is a group of related entities, or we can say related modules. So each and every package contain a group of modules. Here this is one package, this is one package. Now let us discuss about the concept of packages. Right. So before going to the packages, just I will take one small example to make you understand about the concept of these packages. So just I don't want to use the word technical word package. Just I am going to download something from our internet. That is what songs I want to download. So I'm going to download two different language songs. One is Telugu, another one is Hindi, for example. Here I have downloaded some 10 movie songs, and here I have downloaded some 10 movie songs. So here, and one more thing, I have downloaded some English songs also. English songs. Individual files I have downloaded. Some 120 individual songs I have downloaded, not a movies, individual songs. Now, and let us take one more thing, Tamil. So Tamil also, I have downloaded two movie songs and four separate files I have downloaded from different movies. Now these are the files or movie songs I have downloaded from the internet. Now I want to store these data, or we can say these files or these folders into my computer. How I am going to organize? Generally, first I will place a folder called as songs. Okay, first I will place it was songs. I am going to create a folder, which is nothing but in our view, it is a one package. The songs folder is going to contain what? Generally, by seeing these songs, you can understand it is going to contain a group of songs, related things. If you keep a folder name as songs, and will you place a movies in this one? No, generally we will not do that. Why we are going to name it as a songs? That means our intention is what? To place the different type of songs into this folder. Okay, generally what I am going to place now, see here I am going to create one folder. This is for what? I will name it as what? Telugu. Next, second one is what? Let us take it as a Hindi. And next, third one is what? English. And last one I'm going to take it as what? This is one folder I'm going to take. Here I'm going to take Tamil. I am going to take. So four sub packages are. These can be considered as what? In our language, computer terminology, we will call it as a folders. But according to our Python terminology, we have to speak it as what? Packages. So what this folder contains generally? It is going to contain 10 movie songs. So I'm going to place, these are what? 1, 2, 3, and so on, 10 different folders. Once again, I have created in this one. And inside that Telugu movies, what we are going to have? We are having a songs. We are going to have what? Songs. Right. Inside Hindi, I have downloaded what? 10 different movies I have downloaded. Each and every movie is going to have one folder. And inside that folder, we are going to have what? Songs. Now, English songs. 120 individual songs I have downloaded. That means what? These are what? Directly files. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, and so on. 120 songs are placed inside a English songs. And in Tamil, what I have done? Two movies. All songs of one movie, all songs of another movie. And I have downloaded four different songs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now see, So by this example, you can understand what is meant by a package. So this is one real-time example. Generally, what we do in the same way in our Python also, we are going to see the same criteria, but by using the name called as packages. Now see, first, what are the things I want to store? I want to store songs. Okay, which type of song? So that I am going to create one folder called as songs folder. So in that I am having different languages once again, so that I am going to place what separate folder for each and every language. So completed. So now I have downloaded 10 movies. That is what 10 Telugu movie songs. Then I will place those songs in where? In Hindi folder or English folder? No, I will not place in these two. I will place in a Telugu folder. Reason is what? This is the folder which is created to group Telugu movie songs, related songs. So that I'm going to place Telugu here. Next, what about this Hindi? Only Hindi. What about this English? Only English. Now the concept is, in this Telugu folder, is it compulsory to place one more folder, or can I place the individual songs also? I can also place individual songs. I can place entire movie songs by keeping one folder, or I can place individual songs also. So here generally I have taken only 10 movies, 10 different movies, and first folder is what? One movie songs. Okay, let us take some movie called as RRR movie. Okay, RRR movie. The songs of RRR movie is placed in this folder. Okay, here let us take some other movie called as V movie. Okay, here other let us take the Nuvu Naku Nachavu movie, for example, some movies. So here, if I want to go to Nuvu Naku Nachavu movie songs, for example, so that where I have to come, first I have to go to songs. Next, I will say directly you have to go to Telugu, and in that you will find a folder called as Nuvu Naku Nachavu. After that, in that also we are having what? Some file. I want to play a song one, so that in this way I will select the a particular module inside the packages. So this is what? A package. This is what? Sub package. This is what? One more sub package inside the sub package. Next, this is what? A module which I want to access. So to access this one, what I have to write? The entire this address has to be written. In the same way for Hindi also. Now observe here, in English I am not having any subfolders. So directly if I want to access anything from English, what I have to write? Songs and English, and directly I can access the files here. Otherwise, I can write here star. If I write from where, from all this, I will write import star. I will write. That means all the files from English where it is present inside a songs will be available for my program or for my module. In the same way, Tamil also there. Here we can have what? Subfolders and also individual files I can have. Okay. Now, separately in this folder also, directly inside a songs also, some other language like Kannada, I am having some songs. So no need of creating the one more folder for that, because I'm having only 3 or 4 songs. So directly I will place that one inside a what? Directly songs folder. So to access these 6 files, how I have to access those things? Just I will write songs. I will write from songs import star. Then we are going to get what? What all the things that are available directly inside the songs. Inside Telugu, if I want to access, I have to go to the Telugu and I have to access. But if I want to access the things which are present inside a songs directly, I can access directly. So this is the concept of packages. So now I will make this example to our package. I will relate to our packages concept now, right? So first point is, by seeing this example, we can say that, as we have seen here, directory, this can is what? Songs is one directory, and inside this directory what we are having? Subdirectories we are going to have. In the same way, in our Python, a package directory can be considered as what? A package can contain sub packages and also files. This is the first point we have to understand about this example, which is related to our packages concept. Next, by seeing this one, what we can understand? All these are placed in where? Inside only one folder called as songs. So by this I can say one definition, that it is an encapsulation mechanism. Encapsulation is what? Which is enclosed inside one name, within a one name. So I can say what? It is an encapsulated mechanism. For what I am going to use the concept of this folder? Generally, for storing the related modules or related folders and files into a single unit. Okay, once again I'm repeating. It is a package is a encapsulated mechanism for what? To group. I am grouping all these things. See here, this is song, this is Telugu songs, Hindi songs, English songs, and Tamil songs are grouped into one more folder. Why I am keeping only songs here? Because this is a folder which is related to songs. So that I can say what? It is an encapsulated unit to group related modules into a single unit. This is called as a package. Okay, right. Now if we consider a package, so generally as we are having Python, we are using third Python 3. Just I want to say one point, that compulsory whenever you are going to create any package, in that there should be one file called as underscore underscore init underscore underscore dot py. Observe this. So we should have what? In every package or in every directory, we should have this underscore underscore init underscore underscore py. That means, let us consider all these are Python files. Okay, so in this directory, inside a songs directory, I should have what? Underscore underscore dot py. Inside this one, I should have what? Underscore underscore init underscore underscore py. Next, inside this underscore underscore init underscore underscore dot py. In this folder, in this folder, in this folder, or in this subdirectories, in this every subfolder or in any sub package, we should have what? Underscore underscore init underscore underscore py. Just it has to, that file has to be there. If you want to write any code, any initialization code in that, you can write it, but it is not compulsory to write some code inside that one. We can also keep empty file also, but this rule is applicable only up to 3.3 version. That is up to 3.3 only. This rule is applicable. Let us try now. We are using some 3.8. Now let us try whether it is working or not by removing that underscore underscore init. Right. This is the concept. This is the basic concept about our packages. So let us see what are the advantages of this one. First advantage is, we can see directly that, see here I am having what? 1. Okay, here I am having what? File name as 1. Here I am having file name as 1. Can I have, if I am going to have single folder, I am going to have single folder, can I place same file name for multiple modules, same name for multiple modules? It is not possible. Reason is what? Already that type of module is present in that package, so it is not possible to store modules with the same name in same location. So what this package is going to give us? So package is going, by having the sub packages concept, I can do what? I can have different modules with the same name. So here one is there, here one is there, here one is there. So to access this one file, what I have to do? songs.english.1. To access this one, what I have to do? songs.tamil.1. So for this one, what I have to do? songs.1, directly I can access. That means what? Same name can be there for multiple modules. Okay, by using this concept of packages. So directly I can say what? We can resolve naming conflict. So we can resolve naming conflicts. So by placing the same type of files in different packages. Okay, resolve naming conflicts. First advantage. Next, second advantage is, we can identify our components uniquely. So by making this one, for example, I want to access Telugu songs. Will we go to Hindi? No, directly we can come to Hindi only. Uniquely we can identify our components. So if I want to listen Telugu songs only, 100% I will come to this Telugu package and I will enter into this one and I will listen these songs. Individual, that is what, uniquely I can identify that. Okay. Next, modularity is improved. Third point is what? Modularity. Modularity means we are going to separate the given entire package into different sub packages so that we can easily access these things. So if I combine all these things, for example, I am having one auditorium today. A small function is there in a college, so that in this CSE students are there, ECE students are there, civil, mech, next one some other branch, triple E, ECE, and so on. Many branches are there. So here, if you combine all these students, is it easy to access a particular student who belongs to ECE? No, it is somewhat difficult. I have to search for that. Then if a meeting is going on, then if I am going to make students to sit in a group, this is for CSC, this is for ECE, next this is for IT, this is for triple E. If I make these type of groups, then it is what? If I make the modules, or we can say it as a grouping, it is very easy to access. Okay, so this is the concept of what? Modularity. Next, readability and maintainability is going to be improved. Readability is not easy to read, easy to access the any of the modules because of this package concept. And maintainability, I can maintain this one easily. If you are going to combine all those things, it will be looks like a clumsy, or we can say it as a complex. If we segregate all these things into a group, it is very easy to maintain. Okay, as we see our computer, we are going to, why we are going to divide our drives into 4 or 5 or 6? Reason is what? To for easy, it is easy to maintain. So if I want to go to movies, for example, it is in D drive, so that I will go to D drive. If I keep all the files and folders in a single drive, is it easy to access? It is not such easy to access. So it will take so much time to access a particular file if you are having only one drive. So that it is better to divide uh, a big large thing into a small modules. Then it is easy to access and it is easy to maintain. So these are the advantages of our packages. So now let us go to our programming concept. Right, what are the things we have discussed till now? I will show in the programming. So this is the overview of our packages concept. Now I want to import a module from a package. Now I will show you the real-time examples. That is, I want to create the folders here. Just I will create two folders to explain you. So here I'm going to take what? Just I will take a new folder, name as Shiva, and next I will take the another folder which is named as RAM, for example. So here these two can be considered as what? This is one package and second one is one package. Shiva is one package and RAM is one more package. Okay, right. Now I will store some files in Shiva and I will store some files in RAM. So just I will store a 2 or 3 files. Just I am going to store. Here I will write some function1, function define, so that I can show you the all cases which is possible. Function1, I'm going to write print hi. Just I'm going to write one line messages or one line statements. Right, completed. So what is the name of this one? Random pass is there. Just I will copy this one and I will paste once again, so that I will rename it as M1. This is a module 1. I can see this one as what? Module 1. Right, completed. So module 1 is there. I will copy and paste the same thing. I will name it as module 2. So I'll change the code. In module 2, I am going to have what? In module 2, I am going to have a function 2. I will change. So just I will edit this one. And here I am going to take it as what? Function 2. Okay, here I will print hi function 2. Just I will print what? Hi function 2. So I will save it. Completed. Now I will create one more file. See, one more file I'm going to create, so that if I create a multiple files, it will easy to understand the concept. So that I'm creating 3 or 4 files and I will place in those folders. So here I will place this one as a function 3, and here I'm going to add hi function 3. Right, now one more file I will create and I will save these files into a modules, sorry, packages. So here I'll take this one as a M4. Okay, Right. Now, how many files are there? Sorry, how many modules? We should call it as technical terms as what? Modules. How many modules I have created? I have created 4 modules. In each and every module, what we are having? We are having what you can say hi function 4 I am going to write. So what I'm going to take every package, I'll store 2 things. So in Shiva, I'm going to place M1 and M2. And in RAM, I'm going to place M3 and M4. Now see here, in RAM, I am having 2 modules. In Shiva, I am going to have 2 modules. Now, inside RAM, I will place M4 in one more folder. Okay, one more package, that is sub package. I will take this one as a RAM sub because it's a sub package. Just in that sub package, just I will place M4. You have to remember all these things. Okay, completed. Now, how many things I have created? In Python, in Shiva, I am having 2 files, M1, 2 modules, M1 and M2. And in RAM, I am having what? In RAM also I am having M3 and one subfolder. Inside that subfolder, I am having M4. Now observe carefully. Just I will write a small program to import all those things. Just I will take one more new file. One more new file I am going to take. I will take this one in a desktop. Just I will take this one as a test.py. So for testing the packages concept, I am going to take this one. Observe. Now I want to access function 1. Where is function 1? Inside, observe here, inside a Shiva, inside M1, I am having function 1. So just I will show you that. Later I will execute that one. See here. Here I am having what? I am having a function func1. I want to access this one. So just I will keep here what? Hi function 1 I will keep. Okay, right. Now see, this is where in current working directory is what? Desktop. This is where it is not on the desktop. Inside a Shiva, it is going to, we are having some modules. Inside RAM, I am going to have some modules. Just for that, I am going to do what? From where? From Shiva. Okay. From Shiva dot import. Okay. From Shiva dot what I have read? M1. Import all. Just I will read import all. Right. I will save this one and I will execute. Yes. Now see. It is going to work here. What happens? Where am I now? My current working directory is what? Desktop. From this file, I am going to take what? I am going to take from shiva.m1. That means it is going to select Shiva package and it is going to M1. And in that M1, we are having what? Function 1. So that is going to be executed. So this is one case. Now I want to go to a sub package. This is what inside a package I can access in this way. If I want to go to a sub package, what I have to do? Okay. Now okay. I will take about sub package. Where is that? In RAM I am having. In RAM. Okay. Just I will take in RAM. RAM sub is there. RAM sub. Just I'm going to do what? I'm going to import from RAM sub. Just I want to import what? M4 I think. Just I will import that. I have to call it as what? I have to call it M4.func. So I will explain why it is going to be done. So what happens here? Hi function 4 is completed, printed. So why I am going to take here from RAM package? In that there is a sub package RAM sub. From that I am importing only a module called as M4. I am not importing all the functions of that module. Just I am importing M4. So that I have to call it as what? M4.function4. If you want to if you write in this way, just you can place what here? That function name you can write, or you can place star here. If you write this one, just you have to remove this one. Just I can call by using this one. So you can get what? Hi function 4. Okay. So in this way we can call anything. So I have shown you what? I have shown you one subfolder. This is what sub. This is package. This is sub package. If you are having n number of sub packages, also no problem. Directly we can write here. One more subfolder is there. Let us consider RAM sub is there, for example. So that it is going to access. It will go into that sub package and it is going to access that particular module. Okay. This is about packages concept. Now I want to tell you how these packages will be implemented in generally in software companies or in anywhere. Okay, so generally what universally how it is going to be implemented means. So here I'm going to write, this is about package overview. Now observe here, universal naming convention is there. Okay, universal naming convention for what? For naming the packages. Okay, for naming the packages, for naming the packages is how it is going to do generally means. Let us consider my site is there, my website is there, www.shivastudies.com, for example, my website for example .com is there. In my Shiva Studies, I am teaching multiple subjects. For example, one is Python I am teaching, next C language, C++, Java. So inside Python, I am having a data types. Okay. Next in C++ also I am having what? Data types. In Java also I am having data types. In C also I am having data types. Now, how to create? Let us consider each and every one is a module here. Okay, this is one module. This is one module. I'm considering this as a modules. How to implement the package names for this one? So generally how they are going to write means they will take their domain name. Domain name is, for example, I will consider internet address name, URL name, for example. So they will reverse it, that is com.shivastudies, and what I am going to access .python. So from here I want to access what I want to access .data types. So this is universal naming convention. So maximum companies will use this type of naming convention only. So if we take ICICI Bank, okay, I will take ICICI Bank. So ICICIbank.com is there. So if you see this ICICIbank.com, so I will go to a loan section. So there will be many sections will be there. I will go to loan section. If I go to loan section, there are multiple loans are there. Car loan is there. For example, house loan or house loan is there. And next I can consider personal loan is there. I will take these three cases. Now if I want to access this particular personal loan, how the package name will be created? com.icici. So this is what? Loan. Loan. In that loan I want what? Personal loan. So in this way package names will be there generally. Okay, the domain name will be reversed and those are used as the package names in real-time examples. Okay, now so here what we have seen, packages and generally how the naming convention will be there for the packages I have shown you. Now if you are going to create a package, this is the concept. Now if you are going to create a package, how should be the name of that package? Generally till now what I have done, x.py or some test.py. Till now what I have written, these type of names I have written for my module. Okay, but generally how the names of these modules should be there? First one, is it compulsory? Whatever the things I am telling now is not compulsory, but generally in all the cases we are using these type of naming conventions only. First one, so I'm talking about now packages, as we have discussed now packages, how the package names will be there. That means if you are going to create any package, how you have to name that? So package name should be always lower cases. Don't use upper cases. Better use lower cases. Is it compulsory to use lower case? No, it is not compulsory to use lower cases, but it is recommended to use lower case. The reason is, if you are using some capital letters, the programmer who is seeing your program may think that there is some other meaning with for capital letters. Because for example, if I take a Java programming language, there everyone is going to use a capital letters. For a class they are going to use what? Starting letter as capital. Is it compulsory? It is not compulsory to use, but why they are using capital letter for a class means internally every Java class is having starting letter as capital. For example, I will take one list, that is array list is one class. So A is capital. Class name starts with what? Capital by default. Inbuilt, all classes will be in this way only. So better you, whatever the class you are going to create, it is better to write with a capital letter. So that if I follow this one, the people who knows Java can understand that whatever I am writing here is a class. Okay, so that I am recommending you to take the package names as lowercase. If you want to take what we can say uppercase, we can take it. There is no problem. So just a small example I will tell you for that scenario. See here, this is my street, old city, for example. There will be like mass people will be there. I am going to attend a function there, shadi function, marriage function, for example. So here, what happens here generally? Whenever we are going to enter into a function hall, I'm going to enter into a function hall, for example. Here, marriage, what we stage is there. Here, food items is there. That is what dining section is there. So whenever I'm coming, just I will go here and I will take some sweet and come back here. Once again, I will go here, I will take some drink and I will come back here. Once I will go to here and I will take fruit salad and I will come back here. Or generally what I will do, I will, based on the situation, what I'm doing, I'm going to take some food items and come back. I'm going to roam here and there because of this location. This is what old city, because I will act based on the situation. But now I am going to Novotel, for example, big hotel. Okay, Novotel. There, KCR function is there. For example, unfortunately, he sent me an invitation. For example, okay. So from this is a entrance. Okay, now I'm going to a KCR's house. Sorry, KCR's function. So what I will do here? There are many food items in entry section only. What I will do? Will I take that one? No. Generally, I will come here. By slowly, I will go into this one. Just I will take a chair here and I will sit here. But here, what is the case? Here, generally, based on the situation, what I am going to do, I will take food items and roam here and there in this function. But here, what I will do? Just I will come here and I will sit here because this is official function. So why I am going to do in this way? Because the people who are coming to this function will be same. The people who are coming to this function will be sit in that way only. The way how they are going to be, I will be in the same way. Okay, in the same way, if you are learning a Python, then you can keep any name, no problem. Capital letters or small letters, you can use anything. But once if you are going to a company, then please follow some standards. Okay, like this. If you go to KCR function, how you are going to act? Officially you are going to act. That means what? Because all people are official here. But while you are learning, all people may not be official. You can keep any name. You can roam here and then this function, no problem. But here we have to follow some standards. Those standard first standard for package is what? We have to use lower cases. Okay. Next, is it compulsory? It is not compulsory. Is it compulsory not to take the food items here? No, I can take, but I will not take. Okay, I will act too smart. I will act too official there because it is official function. I think so. I want to act smart among all the people. Okay, right. Anyway, next, second one is, let us consider here my package name is having two words. For example, multiple words are there in my package name. Then what I have to do? So whenever we are having a multiple words, underscore should separate them. That is, my package name is arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations. So I will take what? Sorry, small letters I will take arithmetic operations. So two different words are there. So that I will place what? Underscore in between them. It is recommended. Okay. Next, but generally we will see only one word package names. So better it is recommended, if you want to create any package, better to take only one name or one word package names only. So all these are recommendations only. Is it compulsory? It is not compulsory. These are all recommendations for you. Okay, better to write lowercase. Package name is lowercase. Next, if you are having two different words in a package name, then follow separate it with a underscore. Next, if there is only we have better, it is recommended to take only one word. Okay, generally if you see any package, there will be only one word. Right. Next, this is about packages. What about module? Same rules for packages will be applied for this module also. Better follow. Module name should be lowercase. Should be means better to take in small case only. Why I am going to take in small case only? Because if you see any module like math module or random module, see this, all letters are what? Small letters only. So that better if you take any module, better take only small letters only. It is recommended. You may think that, sir, I will take in capital letters. Is there any problem? I am not having any problem. You can take it, but it is recommendation. See here, how why you are acting here too smart. We have to act because we are among them. Why here we have to write module name as small? Because in Python everything is written in small letters. Every module is written in small letters, so that I have to act in that way only. Okay, right. Second one is when same here also. When multiple words are needed, underscore should separate them. And the last point is what? Better not to go to more than one word. It is recommended to take a module names within one word only. It is recommendations. So this is about the concept of packages. Okay, thank you.